rolling, bro, on some of your songs. I love how free you are, bro. Like that, you know what I mean? You just say whatever. I love it. I love it, bro. Like
that, I gotta keep it authentic.
Yeah, bro. And that rubs off. So keep on doing that. That rubs off. It'll help allow people, you know, myself included, be themselves, bro. Because sometimes it's hard, bro. You know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
So, first, if you want to jump right into it, you want to. Well, few people don't know this is Ozzo. This is my guy. I've known him for about, I want to say 6 years, since I was a kid, 13 years old, going to the YMCA. We box. We have good talks, even after boxing at the YMCA. So, this is Ozzo. And if you want to tell me about your life and like how you grew up.
Oh, come on, you're gonna put me on the spot like that? Well,
started off
my life is you know, I'm coming around to the fact that this is the individual I should have been this whole time, bro. I faced a lot of I don't know if you want to call it evil forces, whatever, but just a lot of people hell bent on making sure this didn't happen. You know what I mean? And with the help of, you know, people like you, whether it's, you know, kids, adults, you know, a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life sort of made me into who I am today. And I'm realizing that we are one. Like, we really are one. That's not no joke. Like, and that energy that you bring and that's reciprocated, that becomes you and the things that you do. And you just got to keep making the next right move. You know, you're going to stumble along the way, but you just keep going, keep going, keep going. I never had that in me before, because I feel like it was robbed from me. You know, I had some bad influences, we'll call it, in my life. To me, it was intentional, but hey, this is our come up now. This is time to kind of, you know, make a good situation out of a bad one. You know what I mean?
So going through your stumbles, where did you see the point where it's like, okay, I'm stumbling too much now?
Oh, I had an overdose because I was into all the drugs and all that. I had a really bad overdose where they had to narcan me 6 times. I feel like I did die. I don't know I don't know 100% if I did or not. Like, I'll never really know, but I experienced it, and it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever encountered in my life. It was like just being, like I couldn't see anything, but I could feel everything. It was pure love, right? So I came back with a different perspective altogether. I wasn't afraid of death no more, and I think that's big for people. Like, you know, that oh, am I gonna go to heaven, hell? Oh, you know, there's this inner struggle. Like, nah, bro, just be a good person, and believe me when I tell you, just from my experience, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that was, I think, one of the bigger defining moments, aside from the birth of my daughter, because as I was still going through my struggles, like I had my daughter and she was living with my ex-wife and everything, but she was the one who helped get me out of that. Like, she was my main driving force for me to better my life. You know what I'm saying? Without her, if we never had her, I mean, I don't know if I'd be here today speaking with you, because she just kept me going. At the beginning of this journey, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I don't know if that might happen. You know, it still could happen. Like, I just don't feel like it would gain enough exposure. I think the boxing, it will gain much more exposure, and it will tell us a better story. But I don't know, maybe baseball could be in there, you know, basketball and all this. I don't know. And that's the beautiful thing to have. I'm 40 years old, bro. Like, I can't believe these words are even coming out of my mouth. I feel like they're legitimate options if I were to get the opportunity to do these things, you know, like full time, invest all the time into them. So
you're not giving up on yourself.
Nah.
You still telling yourself you got this.
Yeah. And it's not. Believe me, it's not. If it was just left up to me, I would have quit a long time ago. And I can't front and say that I wouldn't, because these thoughts creep into my head. It's my old program. It's still in there a little bit. But it's people like you guys, and that's no bullshit. I know it sounds a little corny, whatever, a little cheesy, but bro, it's you guys who keep me going, keep me on the straight and narrow. Like, oh, okay, this is my purpose, not only to better myself, but those around me too. And then in turn, you guys do it with like Calvin, and it's just this one big cycle, and it's beautiful, bro.
It's like a big family.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of family, how you did the art thing, did that come from childhood?
The art.
I really like that.
The art. I should have brought that along, but we'll save that for next time. The art started just like 6 months ago. I just started drawing, and I don't have like, you wouldn't call it like traditionally like sound, you know, what would you call it, like technically sound art. It's not like that. It's just express myself. You know what I mean? And my biggest thing is I do some abstract stuff, but I also do like, I'll take people's names and rearrange it to say something funny or politically like you know, charged things, like, and I just like to play with it. So it's like, and I think that type of thing anybody could do. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm necessarily like highly artistically inclined or anything. It's just a matter of doing it, just like anything else. Just do it. I'm not trying to get better at it per se. I'm just trying to do it in my way. That's my thing. That's my thing with art. Like, people try to teach me stuff and stuff. Some of it rubs off, yeah, sure, but I don't want to take like a class how to draw an orange. Like, come on, bro. Let me just draw my own. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me though. But somebody else might want to do like I saw some videos on YouTube about like this hyper realistic colored pencils stuff, and it looks like a photo. So I get that style, but me, I'm not sitting there like trying to get the shading all right and everything. No, I'm trying to express myself fully and just boom. But that's how they express themselves too, and I respect that. So, but that's just me.
Speaking about this boxing.
Yeah, bro.
This boxing. Let's go. We're gonna start from here. What made you say, you know what, I like boxing?
Well, where did it originate from?
It originated. Well, I think from the day I was born, honestly, because that's just the way things work. I was set on that track, even if I didn't know it. But the real beginning was I was at the Y just working out. I swore to God I was going pro in baseball. I was gonna make the Major League Baseball, whatever. I was working out hard, like for a long time. Perry Lucas, he's a local legend. He took me out of there, brought me to the West End gym, showed me some fundamentals. Like literally for months on end, all I'd be doing is shadow boxing in the mirror, jump rope. Joey Romalo asked me to go in the ring a couple times to hit the mitts. I said, nah, just like I didn't feel like I was worthy yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was like one of these things where, yeah, I mean, it was Perry Lucas. He took me out of there. Perry James Lucas. He took me out of the Y. He recognized something in me that I didn't recognize in myself. Like, I'm honestly still to this day, I'm sort of I'm not even gonna front. Like, I'm a reluctant warrior. Like, I'm not trying to make a living off of getting hit in the, but that, you know what I mean? But it's one of these things. I see the impact it can have. I see it for myself too. I see the discipline it takes to really be regimented and do it the proper way and everything. To be honest, I'm unable to do it full on right now, but I know I'm gonna see the day when I'm able to dedicate myself fully to it, and us, like with the program starting at the Y and everything, like that's really big. It's just, I wish it would, hurry up and happen so that, I can devote my time to it, because, I mean, I see it, I see the talent there. Like, I don't even call myself a boxer yet. I'm a puncher. Like, I can punch, and I know this. There's so much to be learned. That I'm always gonna have that humbleness about me and say, yeah, no, bro, like, I ain't it, not yet at least, but I don't know if I'll ever feel like I'm it, because, so many legends that came before us, not only like in the big scheme, like Mike Tyson, but local legends like Mickey Ward, Sean Eklund, all these guys who have gone pro right out of this same thing that we're doing it, and we can do it too. I see you guys sparring on YouTube. I don't know if we can get into all that. I don't want to have to teach you guys too many lessons, I see you guys though. I mean, you guys have ability. If you just have the drive, determination, dedication. You can make it in the sport one way or another, whether it's actually fighting or being in the background as a trainer, or if you're in that gym, you're a trainer. You know what I'm saying? You went to the West End gym when I was there a couple of times. Like, to me, we're all each other's trainers. Like, I might be a master at some point, right? But a master knows that he's also a student. Like, and I think that's what truly makes a master.
We all learn from each other.
Big time, bro.
Agreed. And then, if you want to go down this, I'm just gonna say how I feel about this, alright? The PO. Talking about the, what's it called? want to do a charity fight with the PO.
Oh no, it's
What
CO.
did
Yeah, corrections officer. Why'd you have to bring that up? Oh, okay. Yeah, what about it?
Where did that stem from? He was just like,
well, I mean, you know, I'm sort of a loudmouth, especially about human rights, human dignity. You know, the way the system's run to me it's very complicated, but at the same time, it ain't right. To a lot of people, a lot of disadvantaged people, just happen to be black and brown mostly. You know, I was just talking to a guy in a holding cell next to me, another detainee, about how the system is, and you know, I sort of gestured towards the CO walking by, just said, hey, like, you know, this guy over here, you know, this type of thing. It was nothing aggressive, nothing like that. He had the audacity to open up the door, like he was on the other side of the glass. He opened up the door, told me to put my hands in the air, so I put my hands in the air, no problem. So he takes me, slams my head against the ground, I'm bleeding everywhere. You know, the other CO comes along, she's squeezing my neck, doing all this stuff. I'm like, damn, bro. But I told him three things. Actually, I think it was four things. I said, thank you, fuck you, I love you, and you ain't shit without your homeboys. Honest, that's exactly what I said to him. You know, I said, you know, I'm thinking to myself, man, this guy must have just had a bad day or something. But I immediately flipped it back. I heard that he was involved in boxing and something. wasn't even involved in boxing at that point. But I'm like, I need to box that guy. You know what I mean? That's how we're gonna settle this. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's a little bit of vengeance on my heart. I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. There's a little bit of that behind it. But honestly, I just want to turn that negative into a positive, because if this tape comes out, y'all will be like floored by how egregious what he did to me was. Like, I was just coming off the streets. I was homeless at the time. That's where these pants stem from. Like, I was homeless and everything, and nobody would listen to me. You know, I was in a position where, you know, if you fall under a certain threshold economically or whatever, socioeconomically, they ain't listening to you, bro. They ain't listening to you, because I came out of jail writing about it. I wrote to every attorney you could think of. I wrote to everybody, like you don't even know, like all news outlets, all these different things. Here I am 6 years later. Not a damn thing has been said about it. Even my court-appointed lawyer wouldn't get the tape. Excuse me, that was a separate incident. Sorry, but I had a couple different things happen. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's too much justice for people in that type of spot. Like, but if I was, you know, if I made a lot of money, if that same shit happened to me, that tape would have been on the news.
I can relate to you with that. With me and him, we're riding on bikes outside, and I can relate to this. Riding on bikes outside, we're just going for a bike ride. Cops pull us over on the bike because he's wearing a mask because it's cold though. Talking about, oh, why do you have that mask on? You know, there's lots of violent crimes out there over here on this side. So they all work together. And to go back to that, you said you're court-appointed lawyer?
Yeah, that was a separate incident, but it was similar. It was in the same vein. Like, basically, I'm trying to tell, I was attacked in a Dunkin' Donuts by a police officer. Same type of deal. Even the court-appointed lawyer, I'm trying to tell him, like, bro, get the tape. Like, please, just get the tape. It will not only absolve me, but it's what he did. Yeah, they work. They must, because they would not get the tape. And then I had to switch my court-appointed lawyer to somebody else. He would not get the tape. So you want to tell me there's not a cover-up there? I'm not going to get all full-on conspiracy theory, but there was a conspiracy there, bro. And again, if I had money, it wouldn't be like that. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I like to think the best of people. I really do. That's why I'm still holding out hope that both of these tapes will come out. But if they don't, they don't. It's just my word against theirs. But, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things. I just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what made me get, like, I want to get into my Bill of Rights, my amendments, all that.
Because after that happened, was not having it.
Yeah.
It was also because I had my hands in my pockets while I was riding my bike. Just no hands the whole way. We was followed from downtown all the way through Bellevue, next to the car wash. They pulled us over. Can we talk to you? They tried to take advantage of us. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not having it.
Yeah. Did they say like a crime happened in the area to where they were looking for somebody, or they just profiled you
They
basically?
profiled me because I had a mask on.
Yeah.
I said, is it because I have a mask on? They said no. And then they said, you have a mask on and you have gloves on. You just said what I just said.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
The way I came at it, I didn't have enough, what's the word you were saying? Composure. I wasn't having, because they was acting like they knew me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm probably black,
Mhm.
or maybe because prior incidents that happened,
Yeah.
I wasn't having it.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
when I started getting,
Yeah.
my blood pressure started
Sure.
getting up. You know what I mean? I was not
Yeah.
having it. It was a bad day that day.
Yeah. I
Also
just,
a good day from experience and other things don't. Once we gradually get up there, and we have more experience, we had experience from that.
yeah.
Exactly. And like we just like to come home and just like we think about it, but we use it as motivation. And one day I know we're gonna laugh at it, like, oh, they try to keep us here.
Mm-hmm.
Look where we are now.
Exactly.
And probably what you're gonna do too. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's one of those tough things. Like you don't even know. Like in my situations, I don't know why they like. Was it because I have a little bit of dark skin? Like is it like I don't.
Or the bad day you said.
Or no, like because I'm outspoken too. I've always been outspoken, and certain people just don't like that. You know, they don't want any disruption of whatever they got going on, the status quo, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know where it came from. I really don't know. I also consider myself non-binary too. Like I don't know if that's a part of it. Like you know, this anti-gay. I'm not gay, but like the anti, like you know, anything that's not white straight male.
Yeah.
Or male, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where it came from, so I can't really put a label on it. My attorney, with the Dunkin' Donuts case, my attorney did sort of use, you know, oh this is a black man and you know da 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 da. He used that, and I was not really comfortable with that because I didn't know 100% whether or not that was a factor, but maybe it was. I don't know. But I was not really comfortable with that, but he went ahead and used that. And yeah, the jury absolved me of my crimes within, like, I would say 2 minutes. Like, they came back with their not guilty. Because the police officer got up there and lied up a storm. I mean, it is what it is. We live in the system that we live in. It's just, if you don't hold a certain rank, then it's one of these things where it's like, honestly, fuck you. It's like, oh, you have a complaint? Fuck you. You know, and maybe we'll actually abuse you some more for complaining. Like what? Like I don't understand the way things work right now. But I will say, as I've come along, like I recognize there are good police officers that mean well. Like there is plenty of them. It's just a matter of why don't they hold their bad ones accountable? I don't. For the life of me, I can't understand that. And they are complicit too because they sweep it under the rug too. Even though they're good people, they're probably afraid. You know, they're afraid of the backlash. There's been multiple stories of police officers speaking out against their department and their practices, and then they rain down the hell on them too. So anybody who chooses to be outspoken or is a little bit different in some way, shape, or form, or you know, certain people don't like that, bro. I don't know who they are. You know, again, I don't know. There is a day though. There is a day trying to control certain things. So
it's like they think we're puppets. They want to play us as puppets.
At this point, you can't beat the system unless you're in the system.
Yeah, some way.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You know, you seem like a very honest man, and from what you're saying about don't say I'm a black man if you don't know what's like that, like you like to be honest about the things you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, bro, I don't even litter. Like I don't like I would consider like an upstanding citizen at this point, but it's hard to shake that residue of your past life when people are trying to bring you down, and that's the way that I see these two incidents. They were trying to bring me down in some capacity. It's like there's a hidden war going on out there. It's a spiritual war. Like bring down your spirit so that you quit, so that you shut your mouth. I ain't gonna shut my mouth, bro. I'll just keep going even more. But I've learned to take a certain tact with that. and craft my words a little bit better. Because before it was like, you guys are pieces of shit, fuck you, like, you know what you did, da 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 da. Like, that doesn't get you nowhere, bro. And you're not gonna win anybody over. But that was my general attitude. I still get that a little bit, like, how dare you? Like, I sit there, you know, I talk to myself sometimes like, damn, bro, you've been through a lot. Like, these people are crazy out here. You know? Seriously, but, like, it's one of these things, like, what are you going to do? Like, but you have to be tactful. What I've chosen to do is, like you said, be connected to my community. You know, do a bunch of things. I'm involved with a few groups. One of them, Solidarity Lowell. You know, it's a community action group. All different types of organizations around town. That's the way I'm fighting back now. You know, I'm gonna fight back in another way, but I mean, you have to temper your temper. You know what I'm saying?
What are those groups do?
Well, they basically, I don't want to say put pressure on like City Hall and stuff, but yeah, like, you know, show City Hall that, hey, we care about this issue. Let's do something about this issue. You know, come up with solutions to the problems going on out here. Like, one of the main focuses right now is warming and cooling centers for the homeless population. So, you know, things like that. Things that will benefit not only the people affected by it directly, but everybody who's affected by it, you know, by extension.
Yes, okay. So,
have you guys made any changes of the past things that you guys done?
Oh man, yeah, I'm proud of, and I'll forget some of the stuff, but I think I might have sent you the video as far as, yeah, we're getting a boxing gym in Lowell. That wasn't necessarily through Solidarity Lowell, but I know I mentioned it at a couple of meetings. So we're getting a boxing gym in Lowell. There's overwhelming support in the city council, but that came from not only my advocacy and just running my mouth, but a lot of people in town, you know, showing like, hey, we need this. So if there's anybody watching out there, young, old, anywhere in between, let your voice be heard. Don't feel like your voice and your vote doesn't count, because it does. Like, it does. I've seen the direct impact from that. Also, I've used, I say my voice, but it's really our voice. We've made some significant changes at the Lowell Transitional Living Center. It was on the front page of the Sun a few weeks back, talking about the conditions and how messed up they are and this, that, and the third. What happened? Well, this is after advocating for change for quite some time before the paper, but it just came to that. But anyways, the end result was we've gotten security in the building, number one. Number two, the cleanliness of the building has improved. It's still not the best, but and also the pest situation has improved. It's not perfect, but they've addressed these issues based on us talking, you know. And I'm super proud of these types of things. And those community groups, and not only the community groups, you could be a one man, one woman army. Just get out there, let your voice be heard. I promise you, somebody's gonna hear it, and somebody might act, somebody might not. I don't know. And something even as small as like, I go to the Recovery Cafe too. You know, I'm in long-term recovery. People steady going down that one way off of Central Street. All I did. Yeah. So all I did, just sent a quick message to City Hall, boom, boom, boom. We need a one-way sign, do not enter sign. It got done. Like literally the next day, bro. It doesn't usually work that quick, but it got done. So I'm proud of these things that I'm finally just using my voice. And I would encourage you guys and everybody else to do the same.
So you found the strength to use your voice to get things done around this.
Exactly. And that comes from everything. That comes from all you guys. All this. Like without one element, I don't think I would have found my voice. Like I said to you before we started this, be yourself. Put yourself out there. You encourage me to be myself, and this is me. I've always been a fighter, not necessarily with my fist, but with this type of thing. You know, like growth and development. Like let's get it. Like see problem, fix problem type shit. You know. Wow, yeah, thank you guys for opening up these.
I like to hear it because it's like, you give us a perspective on, we're young, we haven't been half the things we've been through, you know, so when we hear this, we're like, makes us get strength to say, use our voice to come on here and say these things like that.
And knowing you made a change since you seen you were on you said the Old Sun newspaper, right? Knowing you was able to make a change and was a part of the change, how did that make you feel?
I mean, it's mixed because it's funny because even in a spot like that where it's clearly helping, right? I receive backlash, and you should expect backlash from these types of things. It's really far and few in between, but it gets to me because I don't understand how somebody wouldn't get it. You know how the culture is that some people look at it as you're snitching and this that. Ah, bro, it's not like I'm out here doing crime with people and then I'm up on the witness stand like, oh yeah, he did it. No, I'm not. It's not like that. I'm trying to clean up my environment. You know what I mean? And make it better for those who come after me. You know what I mean? Because nobody deserves the things that I've seen. And I want to make it easier for you guys to come up and not have to face that same type of friction. You know what I mean? I want to try to expose some of the stuff that has gone on in my life and in other people's lives. Like, for instance, like some people want to blame homeless people for being in the position that they're in. Some of us have taken a lot of abuse, a lot of neglect, and that's the reason why we've been stuck in that negative thought pattern, and we self-medicate with, like I said, I was on heroin, cocaine, like anything you could ever think of, bro. Like, and it just wasn't a good situation, but it stemmed from like low self-esteem, which stemmed from all the abuses and stuff. So if I can like shed light on some of the methods used by these people and just the dirty tricks and all that, like, I would like to do that because I don't want it to happen to anybody else.
So, do you think the backlash is from people like in the community or backlash from they, as we said?
I think it's both because the puppeteers, they're throwing out sentiments in the paper on, like, sorry, Fox News, like things like that. Like, they're poisoning people's minds with these ideologies. So ultimately, I don't even feel like it's the person that I'm talking to whose problem it is. They've been indoctrinated, just like I have, in a good way. I do feel like I've been sort of everybody's brainwashed from the time we enter this world, bro. Everything that's going on around you, you're learning from. So you're comparing it to whatever's going on in front of you. So yeah, I mean that's where I'm at on that.
So would you want to get into, like, remember how we was talking at the YMCA about the family thing?
Oh yeah.
Go back on, you say a lot of people went through abuse, the self-esteem gets low.
Yeah.
Want to go through that?
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to your situation. One of your videos you were talking about. Yeah, it was one of your videos you were talking about, like, oh, have you ever seen, your mom almost get killed by your stepdad? Well, yes, I have. Yes, I have, and I can relate to that. And that's painful. That's scary. Like, I can remember an instance. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna have some grace about certain things, but I'm just gonna say it. There's one moment in particular that stood out, and there's a lot of moments, where I was right by the fridge in the kitchen, and I just froze, bro, because I didn't know what to do in this instance. He was beating her up. This happened periodically, whatever. It happened periodically. The big drinkers, it is what it is as far as that's concerned. But where it really becomes unacceptable, he's pointing the gun at her and shit. So in my brain, I was like probably 10. I didn't know whether to run in there, run and get help, or just go. Or, I didn't know what to do. So I was frozen in place, bro. I was frozen in place. I didn't know what to do. And still to this day, like, I don't know, something might trigger me, and I'm like, oh, I think of that moment. It's like, whoa, like, I don't know, like that was one instance that really stood out. But there was other instances, like my stepdad threw my mother down the stairs, and she ended up in a coma and all this stuff. Like, and I went to the hospital and visited and seen it, and I'm like, I went in the waiting room. I said, listen, I know what you did. I'm not fucking stupid. Like, and I confronted him on that, and he tried to act stupid and gaslight me and all this. But that's the type of shit that they do. I don't know if he's one of they, and I don't want to go full conspiracy theory and say, oh, well, you know, these type of people intentionally do this to poison our community or something. But I do feel like there's an element of that. And he's one of these people. But let me just say this. I'm a big believer in super determinism. Like, whatever happens is literally meant to happen. We're programmed to do a certain thing a certain way. Every little movement, everything that we're doing is all learned behavior, right? So that allows me to forgive them. I'm not going to forget. I'm not fucking with them. I'm not even touching them with a 10-foot pole, bro. I'm not going to even go near. I'm not going to converse with them at all. But I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought on that a little bit.
So you was you're not gonna go near them or touch them, even if like you forgive them.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
won't forget. It was basically on a religious thing.
Yeah, well, it's
for me, like how I took it.
yeah, no, it's one of these things where it's one of these things where the abuses were so like some of the stuff was like, I believe, like covert, like they were messing with my mind and messing with
Like
me.
a narcissist.
Oh, big time, bro. And the gaslighting behavior, and you know, yeah, bro. Like he'll do something, like he'll punch you right in your face, and you'll be like, bro, why you punch me in the face? I didn't punch you in the face.
They try to tell us
Like what? You know what I mean? Like it didn't happen exactly like that, but there were several instances where it's like, wait a second, and I wasn't stupid. I was just a child, and I didn't get it. Like, you know, so I don't know what's up with these people, but someone did something to them too. So I do hold some like even compassion and empathy towards them, and I did some fucked up shit because of the fucked up shit that they did to me. So you know what I mean? So we're all kind of in this together, just not just on the positive tip, but you know, abusers were usually abused. You know what I'm saying? And I would say it's up to you to kind of reverse that, but it's you and it's the people around you. And that's where we're at today, and I'm lucky to even be sitting here with you guys. I'm very lucky.
Take it to this is one thing. Just get back to the positive. This is one thing that I was like, David Goggins. What about him?
Oh,
what about him?
Come on, bro. Now you're trying to stir something up.
I'm just like, I get it, but then I'm like, because you made sense to me, like, yo, you're punching yourself so hard that your body needs rest.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he does it for like a stunt, so like it's his publicity, you know what I'm saying? Like how before a fight, they'll talk all this shit, and then after they're shaking hands, you know what I'm saying? So like that, but that had me in.
Well, okay, David Goggins. I highly respect this man. I just don't agree with his methods. That go. That, you know, like a lot of businesses nowadays, that quarter-over-quarter growth, just for the sake of growth rather than servicing your customers properly and all this. Like, that mindset that he has is dangerous, bro. Like, he's had, like, I forget how many knee operations and this, that, and that. Why do you think you're getting that, bro? That's not healthy, bro. Like, going hard all the fucking time is not healthy. Believe me, I've done it too, so I get it. I just want to fight him so that it shows a contrast of styles. Like, I take more of a holistic approach to health and wellness, and I would just like to see those things collide. He may knock my ass out. I don't know, doubtful, but anyways. But no, he was a Navy SEAL, bro. Like, I mean, he's no slouch, and I know this. But I think it would be an interesting clash of styles. That's all.
So you have the holistic approach and have the like just go hard every day. Like, I'm gonna go hard until I get to this fight. Even before the fight, I'm going hard.
Yeah, but you're gonna wear yourself out, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
That one too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Go ahead and wear yourself out. But yeah, no, there's a few people on my radar. If my story blows up, I believe, you know, I could, or we could, you know, tell a good story. Like, I don't think I'll ever reach the level of being like, you know, world champ or anything like that. These guys have been at it for years, and I have respect. You know, I just don't see it as a possibility. I'm 40 years old. I could be wrong too, and I could be, you know, But I'm willing to take a shot either way. But I think like these internet people and all this, like that might be my best route because it's quick money, bro. Let's, you know what I mean? Like I can't lie. And what am I gonna do with that money though? You know I'm gonna do some good stuff with that money. You know that. But yeah, I think that will gain the most attention to certain issues. And really, it will be fun. It will just be fun to see, okay, well, you do things this way, I do things that way, and all right, let's get it. And then we'll see. It's not even me versus him. It's just the clash of styles, you know? Styles make fights, they like to say, right?
So are they even willing to step in the ring, too?
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like, I don't, from what we was talking about the YCO, David Goggins, I'll give it to him. If it's, I'll say yes, but see, I don't think so.
What, he won it?
I don't think he would.
No, he's that much. If he is the person he portrays, he may have a tough time backing down because he's I'm hard, you know. So I don't know.
All bark, no bite. Like I read in my book, Laws of Human Nature. Like people with the loudest mouths are the ones with the scariest. Like, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
Feeling.
I get you.
That's one reason why I say, like, just from what you tell me, I don't think he would.
I don't know. We'll see, I
I
guess.
have to pressure him in there.
My story has to blow up first. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, he's not just going to fight some slouch off the street.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, like he would have no incentive whatsoever. But if the story blows up and then he's able to like capitalize off of it money wise, then you know everybody has their price. You know what I'm saying? If I was like, oh, David Goggins, oh, we got this together, we got this many guaranteed pay-per-views, we got this, we got that, $2 million. You think more than likely he'll say yes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Getting there. It's the journey there.
Exactly. I'm not concentrating on stuff like that. It's just if it happens, it happens. You know.
You know, in life, I see, like even with my life and the things that happen with me, I try to use them as strengths. But then you know how you said you fall back into that negative pattern?
Oh, yeah.
I always see myself like, nah, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. And I'm like, I have this like one time like, yo, what are you saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're saying that to that person, but you know damn well that's you.
Yeah.
And it's fucks with me heavy.
Yeah.
Did I ever like?
Yeah, but it's I get it all the time now because I'm my own biggest critic. I'll be saying something about somebody and it happens all the time now. It's not a bad thing. It's a constructive thing, in that when you know the whole when you're pointing at someone, you got four pointed back or whatever it is. I don't know what the saying is, but it's true. Like you're recognizing something in that individual that you don't like about yourself. Something on some level. You know what I'm saying? So you can take it as a negative, but no, that's a positive thing. That shows that you have a growth mindset. You know what I mean? But I get the same type of sensation. Yeah.
Because me and my brother was going out like, get your life together now. Right then, I got the time like, bro, Jay, get your life together. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, bro? Like, you know you're talking about yourself right now. So it was a crazy experience. And then I listen to podcasts like George Janko and all the religion stuff, and it's like treat people how you want to be treated. And I've never really felt the words. My mom used to say this to me when I was younger, but I never really felt it until it was like fully explained, and like treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And it's just it reciprocates back to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you take a religious standpoint?
Well, I take bits and pieces from like all religions, and like I'm more, I guess, of a philosophy type person, but I'm finding more and more that almost every institution or every I guess division of learning, like philosophy or math or whatever, it's all just a big religion in itself. Like there's certain concepts that you adhere to that are gospel. You know what I'm saying? In whatever it is that you're doing. So it's like, I feel like religion is everything and everything is religion to a degree. If you take something so seriously that it's like, oh no, this is the way. This is the, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't even know what my religion would be now. It's just being a good person. Like doing well for myself and others. You know what I mean? That's my religion now. Like I don't like to put a label on it. Like I take bits and pieces from Christianity, from Islam, from all different kinds of things. What is it? No, I'll think about it in a second. But one of my favorite books is what the heck is it? I'll think about it in a second. I'll think about it in a second.
Speaking of books, that's one thing that's changed my life. I got a heartbreak. I got so bored, so like I can never let this happen to me again. I can never get my heart broken again by a female. That I went to books and it's like, if that bad situation didn't happen, all the good that came after it would have never came.
Yeah.
It's like you need a bad for good.
Contrast.
Books, bro. I don't know. Like I just fell in love with books. My mom used to take me to the library when I was younger, so it's already stemmed from there. But then after that, like, changed my life. I was such a herb. I was reading books on how to get girls. I swear to God. It was like, but now it's not for the girls. It's for my family. It's for my kids, when my generation, like all that, for other people.
Yeah.
So.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. 100%.
I wonder what book you read. How many books have you read?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big reader, but I'm like an audiobook person. I don't want to go fishing through that, but it's I'll remember it. But there's a couple that really stand out to me. One of them is Tim Grover. He used to be like Michael Jordan's like a mental coach, but he did physical stuff with him too. It's called Relentless. Highly recommended. But there's another book, man, I can't believe that I'm forgetting about it. But it's sort of like religion, but it's not. It's the Tao Te Ching. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It talks about like the Tao, the all. Like they even put the Tao above God. Like, but it's just the all. It's unexplainable. We try to put into words what the Tao is. You can't. As soon as you think you did, you didn't. Like it's impossible. As human beings, it's impossible to put into words like what it is. That's one of my favorite books because it shows the ridiculous nature of life and how much of a paradox everything really is. And like we think we have the answer. Well, when we think we have the answer, oh no. That's when you went wrong, bro. Like, you don't know shit. Like, we think we do. Like, think about in 1,000 years how the people are going to feel about, like, what we're saying. They're going to be like, bro, these idiots. Yeah, bro. Like,
to be honest, I think they're going to look at us as barbarians.
Maybe.
Maybe. We're going to look so, like, barbaric.
Just like we look back 1,000 years behind us. Like, people dumping shit in the streets. That's how they got rid of their stuff. Like, no bullshit. Like, just dumping it right out their front window, bro.
No bullshit.
Like, for real, bro. Like, we do so many stupid things right now that they'll figure out, you know, some of the medications and all this stuff. Like, they'll be like, bro, these people. Like, look at the medical field back in the day, like the stuff they used to do. They used to just do wild stuff, bro. Like, put sugar in wounds and stuff. Like, that was a thing. Like, that was a treatment. Like, what do you guys, like, I don't know. Like,
how much time do you have?
I'm with you guys until whenever.
Alright, because I think we can go for like another 30 minutes. It's just, we gotta, what time is it? We gotta go up to, yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm with you.
You're the guy, bro.
No, you guys. I appreciate you.
So, sugar and wounds, that's what we were at.
I don't know. This is just something I heard over the past few days.
I don't really trust in the pharmaceutical route. Like, I have a headache, I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking on aspirin, I'm not taking on ibuprofen. I don't want to take it. I don't trust it. I don't want to. I'm already hurting myself with the food I eat and the stuff I drink. Why am I going to do that? And now if I'm hurt, And like I gotta go to the doctors and like, you need to take this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay. But
The last time I took medicine
Mm-hmm.
was when I started drinking sea moss.
When you started drinking what?
Sea moss.
oh yeah.
What's that?
Sea moss. Jay will probably explain it better.
So CMOS has. This is not a promo. CMOS has 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs.
Okay.
So like magnesium, if you smoke magnesium for your lungs.
Yeah.
So it clears out that, clears your lungs, clears your gut, healthy gut. It's like your mind.
Yeah.
So your blood, just basically all the minerals you need for your body, and it's natural. It comes from the sea.
Okay.
So it's all natural. It's actually my Uncle Vino.
Mhm.
So he smokes heavy, and he went to the hospital. He almost died in the chair upstairs. He went to the hospital. He came back. They let him go. The hospital too, bro. They're fuck people too sometimes. They let him go, and he's sick, still sick. I gave him CMOS for 4 days, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Went back up, started eating,
Mhm.
started moving, started breathing. So
Yeah.
I have not took no medicine. I'm not taking no medicine. Yeah.
It's one of those things. Obviously, if you have a serious illness, like through my years of drug use and everything, I contracted Hep C. I took Maverick. It's a blood disorder. I took Maverick. I don't know. Maybe we can get a paid promotion. No, but hey, they're a lifesaver. I just had to take a pill for like 5 weeks or something that it was, and they got rid of it. So if I didn't take that, I would have died of like some liver stuff. So I think we overuse it
Yeah.
because of the way the pharmaceutical industry is set up. You know, again, quarter over quarter growth. They have to push their product, and regardless of if it's harmful or not. That's another story for another day. But the pharmaceutical industry is funny because obviously there is a need, like very serious illnesses and stuff like that. But it's overdone, especially for me, from what I've seen in the addiction community. Like, you know, you go into detox, blah blah blah, and then they'll set you up on this whole cocktail of drugs, like, and legitimately, and I'm not exaggerating, you see people drooling in there, bro. Like, come on, you're just getting them fucked up on something else other than, I know it's better than fentanyl, I know that, but still, you're just getting fucked up off of something else.
So they can make more money.
I think so. They overprescribe, you know, certain people need certain medications, of course, but I feel like the point where we're at, they're overprescribing with all these. Like, we're inventing illnesses, it seems, just to sell, just to push, you know what I mean?
COVID-19.
Bro, like,
Wasn't a thing.
like, let's talk, that transitioned me a little bit into cannabis use, right? Why isn't cannabis, bro, it's been used by multiple cultures for multiple generations. Why wouldn't that be in a concentrated pill, like, they get it right? I think we're heading towards that, but that drug, right, is far less addictive, far less harmful than God, like like almost everything available on the market now. Why don't they use things like this? Because they can't make a big buck off of it.
What I think make marijuana addictive is the nicotine that they add to it, which is Grabo or Fronto plus the paper.
Yeah.
Because what I think they used to do back then is, I don't even think they used to smoke it back then.
I don't know.
Like, make teas or something out of
Yeah.
it. But I think that's what makes it more addictive.
They say that's the
Lighting
best way.
it, smoke coming out your mouth.
Yeah.
It's more addictive, making videos. That's what I think makes it more addictive.
So the process becomes addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that about like popping drugs. Like, you become addicted to that whole process.
Yeah.
More so than the actual drug itself. Like, you like that whole getting away with something or whatever.
Yo, speaking of that, yes, I used to be that kid. So when I was younger, and I used to, thank God I stopped smoking. I used to smoke the vapes. It became so fun, and the fact that you say that, the process, it became so fun to, yo, Ma, can I get $20?
Mm-hmm.
Her not know. Me wait for somebody to come give me something to get it. come back in, then have to hide it and do the process all over again. And then when I realized, and I started getting older, and my mom was like, "You want to do that? You want to hurt yourself?" That's when I knew. I started doing it. It didn't become fun no more.
Mm-hmm.
So yo, that's so true. That's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think
Yeah.
it's not the weed itself.
But that's one of the things, though. Okay, like right now, okay, I'm dependent on cannabis. So what? They'd rather me on Valium. They'd rather me on some other
What
crazy.
is that?
It's a sedative, just like cannabis, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, I will abuse the shit out of that. Like right now, it's just like I don't know, 2-3 joints a day type of thing, and I typically wait till the end of the day if I'm not feeling some kind of way. But still, is there really something wrong with that? They want to tell you yes. They want to tell you yes. Is it to push their drugs? I don't know. I don't know their heart. But I feel like cannabis in particular should be utilized as a tool more than, you know, Xanax and all this stuff that makes you go even further crazy, bro. All this stuff, bro. You know, painkillers too. You know, it could a high dose of cannabis, I think, could have a similar effect. Just get you out of that pain mindset, and all right, I'm chilling. Like, hey, what up? Like, it's almost like it is the behavior police, but it's like the thought police are out in full effect. Oh no, you can't feel good. You can't get relief. Like, you gotta feel all wound up like me, motherfucker. You know, it's some sort of weird sentiment that like people don't want to see other people calm or something. Like, how dare you feel good? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, bro. It's weird. It's weird to me, bro. It's weird to me.
Nah, you can't smile and this is that.
Yeah, bro. Like, you gotta be all like up. You gotta be tight, bro. You gotta be tight, and if I'm tight, you gotta be tight too. Like, no. Like, can you just leave me alone? Like, I don't hurt nobody, bro.
I guess humans just want to like fit in.
And they want to control. We want to control other people, whether we say so or not. Even this podcast, right? You're not trying to control per se, but you're trying to influence. You know what I mean? And like spread the good word, you know, so that maybe other people can think in line with where you're thinking. That is control. That is power. You know what I mean? I don't know. You're not like diabolical about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're trying to do right now. We're building. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people use like influence and persuasion. They look at it as manipulation in the sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say who. I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be like, "You're not gonna manipulate me." I'm not trying to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to let you hear my side, and you conclude if my side sounds reasonable enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like, I feel like when someone says, "Oh, you're trying to manipulate me," they're just trying to do the same thing to you. Again, same thing as like, if I say that to him, it's in me.
Because it's not working on you. I'm trying to manipulate. I'm saying it because it's not working on you. So I think you're manipulating me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, any debate is really, it's really sort of, you're trying to win hearts and minds, whether it's that person in front of you or like if you have a larger audience. You know what I mean? We're expressing for a reason. We're all expressing for a reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know I don't know what exactly. You're expressing to get more followers, to spread your word more, to push whatever product, to like there's always an end to what we're doing. So.
Agreed. It was a result of everything. What else? There was I was gonna say something. Damn, I lost my train of thought. You got
What
anything?
was it about?
I think it was not the books, but it was like, was it the pharmaceutical? I just don't like the hospital. Speaking of the hospital, yes, bro. I never liked the hospital. I don't like the hospital. In COVID, my grandfather, he was in the hospital. Couldn't see him because of COVID. They had to watch him die through a screen. Then my mom goes, picks up his wallet and his jacket and stuff. Money missing. Things are gone, yo. It was just like.
This is from the hospital?
Hospital, bro. The hospital.
Did I ever get solved?
No, just
No way.
money gone, things gone.
Yep.
Nah, bro. Fuck the hospital. And then leaving my uncle, Bino. Nah, that's crazy. They don't care about us. That's my
Of
thing.
course not. They care about the money and how much they can make on it.
It's this is the thing though with that, like, because I used to, with all the injustice going on in the world today and all this, like, you know, I got on my tip, like, you know, fuck the police and all this stuff, and just like I said earlier, it's not every single person in the industry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the hospitals, in the pharmaceutical industry, whatever it is. It's definitely not that. There are good people in there. I like to believe that the right people are in the right places at the right time, always, like to push things forward.
Like it's not, like you was
Yeah, like, you know, even if it doesn't seem like we're making the proper progress or making steps to the way we want it, oh, there's somebody thinking just like us who's in that, who's in there right now. And I heard something very interesting a little while back. It's basically, so we're all just trying to, we'll never be able to get it right. Sort of like the Tao, like, we'll never be able to get it all right.
Yeah.
We're just in a struggle always to get it less wrong. That's what we're doing as a society. We're like, the hospitals, they're experimenting on us, bro. They're trying to figure out, okay, which drug works on this type of individual, and they're doing their studies, and they're just trying to get it less wrong. That's all all of us are trying to do. So I wouldn't necessarily blame the hospital or excuse me, the medical industry or the pharmaceutical industry or this or that. I will say some of them are trying their best to help.
but blame that one person who did what they did.
What's that?
Like, don't blame the whole establishment. Like,
Yeah.
if one family member is acting like an idiot, don't blame the whole family for
Right.
being an idiot.
But if the whole family is allowing the bullshit to go on and sweeping it under the rug, yeah, you got to confront them too at the same time. So I understand. There's a lot of crazy stuff in a lot of different industries, but it's like, again, they're just trying to get it less wrong. They are experimenting on us. It's not like, oh, they know. That's why they call, you know, a doctor is practicing. He's practicing. They don't know, bro. They don't know. You know, they just have specific guidelines. Okay, this symptom, that symptom, this symptom. All right, prescribe one of these 6 drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's literally on a flow chart. It's literally on a flow chart. Like it's that's their MO. That's how they go about their business. They have no other choice. They don't know what's going to work for you is going to work for him, even with the same exact condition based on your physiological makeup and all this. So they're kind of caught in a catch-22 as well. They can pretend like they know what they're saying or doing, but ultimately, like I said before, with the Tao, we don't know shit, bro. We don't really know shit. We think we do because we got the ego and all that going on, but we don't know shit, bro.
I hate my ego. My ego is one of my biggest enemies.
You think?
Yes, because I can keep my ego in check, and then I see in moments in time, like, he can even tell you, not even like hours ago, my ego will just pop up. What you talking about? What are you saying? I hate my ego. Not like it.
Yeah.
I just gotta read my book I got on my ego, but it's just like, I see how I was before, just come back up and spring up, like we was talking about before. So that's what my ego.
But you know what I think too is ego is just a concept. It's also not real. It's just a concept that a guy came up with. You're not a divided. You're not like ego here and this there. Nah, bro. We're one being. You know, or we're all of the same being. Like these concepts, I think we concentrate on entirely too much. Like I almost get offended when someone like kind of like insinuates that he has a big ego. Da da da. No, I just know I'm great. You can just know you're great. Like I think it's my ego telling me I'm a piece of shit. Honestly, at this point, way back when, I guess, like the way that they explain ego, like when I thought like I was, like basically I was acting entitled. Now I just feel like I'm deserving. You know what I mean? That's not ego, thinking you're deserving of something after putting in hard work. But at the same time, again, I think I attach a negative connotation to the word ego, and it sounds like you kind of do too. There is a healthy way to express your ego, and I think that sports, art, stuff like that. Just get that out, express it, so that it doesn't creep out into your everyday life. But again, it's just a concept. It's not a real thing. I'm a firm believer that these things, a man just thought this thing up. We could come up with a word and say, "Oh, this is a part of us." Okay, we just made it. Like that's what he did. That's what he did, bro. You know what I mean? I know it's uncomfortable. I can tell you're uncomfortable. He's like, actually, no, there is ego, and I get it. Everybody can believe it.
But like, thinking of this, like, oh shit.
I don't know.
I'm like up here thinking. I'm thinking.
We just make stuff up, bro. We make it up as we go. Like it could be a PhD in whatever. Even as like the clear, concise message, it makes perfect sense to you. Again, in 1,000 years, is it gonna make sense? So was it right? So how smart was that person? Not very. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
This everybody.
No, but we all think we're so smart, bro. I think that's ego. I think that's ego in the classic definition. That's ego right there. A PhD even thinking they know anything about anything. That's ego. You know?
Oh my god, man, this is.
I don't know.
This is a good one.
It's just my opinion, though. That could be my ego, because Freud said so, right? What about what I say? What about what I say about Freud? Does that make it apply or more accurate? Or because I didn't gain notoriety yet? But when I gain notoriety, then my shit holds weight, my theories hold weight? I don't know, bro.
It just makes humans out on we're stuck in our own bubble, but like you said, we're all together in the Dow. We don't know. We don't even know. We don't know nothing.
He's gonna come. The whole audience is gonna be like, "Damn, I don't know shit, bro." Yeah, bro. You know what? Let me just give up on life altogether. I don't know nothing. God damn, this guy's taking the life right out of me. It's supposed to be inspirational.
Now I'm thinking about that.
Damn, bro, I don't know shit. No, I just truly believe like we take ourselves entirely too seriously, and myself and like big time me, like we take ourselves entirely too seriously. And we don't know shit. We really don't. We think we do, but we don't. But you know what? You can take some comfort in that and just live. You know what I'm saying? Like live as freely as you can. Sure, there are certain things out here kind of controlling our movements and like stoplights and stuff. You gotta, do that. But like, it's one of those things. You can take that as a positive thing that we don't know shit and just okay. Well, we only live once. Very short life. All right, let's just have fun. You know what I mean? So
I take myself serious. Do you? I take myself too serious. Like
here and there.
Yeah.
I try to have fun with the things I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I could, but sometimes it's time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Levels to things you gotta learn how to have.
Yeah.
Quote from the song.
He's a big part. Like I'll be taking things too seriously, or I'll be freaking out. And be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Just shut up and sit down. Like, just stop. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it like gets me back, and then he's a big hope on him. Make me. No, I take myself seriously.
Yeah.
Like, Jake, shut up. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
Going at it. It'll be funny.
That's good though. Yeah, that's good. We have people to bounce things off of to check you. Like really, like you were talking about how you have this thing inside of you that checks yourself. Like I check myself a lot too, and I'm like, damn, like what were you thinking? But when you have somebody who you respect say it to you too, it's that extra reinforcement to say, all right, bro, I ain't acting right. I need to switch this mindset real quick. Like, all right, let's do that. But
confirmation.
That's the same thing with Jade and me.
Yeah. How about this thing?
That'd be swag.
How about this thing? There was 4 Jadens.
So there was me and him, and we're like, I tell him, I'm like, yo, we gotta go pick up Jaden.
Yeah.
He's like, what Jaden? I'm like, Jaden. So we pull up. We don't know there's another Jaden. We pull up. Yo, what's up, DQ? What's up, Josh? Yo, I'm PJ and Josh.
What's up? I'm Jaden.
Jaden. I was like, what? Yo, that was crazy. That was.
Yeah, that was funny.
See, we know too many Jadens.
Yo,
Yo,
when I
like
say we
too
met
many
Jadens,
Yeah.
we met Jadens.
Yeah.
Yo, Jadens on Jadens.
Yeah.
We went to school with JV. Shout out JV. We went to school with the Jadens, so there was 3 Jadens in the school. They had a picture of us, the 3 Jadens on the wall. It was funny. Remember that at the bridge?
I think so. Cause that Luke brought up a memory. That's a yo, he did do that. Yo, we met a lot of Jadens.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, going back into school. You know what? Since we're on this topic, school, middle school was the funniest time ever. It was like,
Bridge Academy. Wait, what is it? The Bridge program.
yeah, it used to be Riverside.
I'm not familiar.
So, yeah, it's like, it's an alternative school. So if you get kicked out of your public school, you go to that school. And yo, the teachers, the prince, like, they were like, I'm talking like before we went to school, it was basically we were meditating before we started class.
Okay.
Every class, like it was just things I do now that I was like, wow. They like formed my mind in a great way.
Yeah, it's called DARE. You know what DARE stands for?
I don't know what DARE stands for.
They still have it? The school?
Yeah, they do still have it.
Okay.
It's
What is it called again?
Bridge Academy.
Bridge Academy.
Or Riverside.
Do they have sports in there?
No.
No?
That's
That's
like
cool.
they do like certain activities outside, like flag football.
Nah, bro.
Flag football. They take us outside because there's not a park, there's not a gym, there's none of that. We go outside in the concrete.
How many
Basketball.
How many people are in that school? Like kids?
60. 50 to 60, yeah.
That's enough to make at least a basketball team or something, no?
We tried to, but everyone wanted
Yeah,
basketball
last year
and
we tried.
football because a lot of people wanted to play football and basketball, but we
Yeah.
tried to.
It was our last year there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my last year there, and it was gonna be his last year. We tried to do it. They were
Yeah.
getting Mr. Plunkett. Shout out Mr. Plunkett. Mr. Plunkett was trying to get it together, and Mr. Keegan.
Shout out Mr. Keegan.
See, that's why, okay, so obviously football is going to take a lot, there's only 60 kids to pull from, so that's tough. That's why I honestly feel like boxing should be implemented in high schools, in second, what would you call this type of school? Like alternative school. I mean, just think about like, and you, did you say you go to, what is the charter school that you go to?
It's called Outman. It's a
You got the pants on.
Shout out Outman.
You said you have a gym in there, and there's
It's a dojo.
yeah, like, you know, I believe this type of thing, especially for people in that position who have behavioral issues. Again, the behavioral issues are stemming from other things, from other outside forces. Bro, let's bring combat sports into the schools, whether it's wrestling or boxing or whatever it is. It teaches a different level of dedication, of discipline. It's different from your classic sports. I'm not saying your classic sports don't do the same thing to a degree, but bro, when you're training to fight, like you better be ready. And I found out that the hard way personally. But you're gonna be ready, and you're gonna learn respect. Whether it doesn't have to be like, oh, you're gonna get knocked out in order to learn respect. No, you learn your own limitations. Like I told you before, like I'm humble as hell as far as boxing is concerned, because I know that I have a whole much more to go, and it's gonna teach you like, oh, wait a second, I ain't this shit really. Like I like what I got going on, but I ain't that dude yet. You know what I'm saying? And no matter where you're at in your journey, you're going to come to a point where you realize that. And I think boxing and combat sports teaches that. And I would love to see it at your alternative schools, at your regular public schools too, and private ones too. Like it teaches so much. So I would love to see that day where you guys could go back, say, hey, remember me? Oh, hey, let's, you know, we did it at this school. We did it at the YMCA. We're doing it right here. Hey, we can implement this here. You know what I'm saying? And it can be a tool for success, for growth. You know what I mean? And that's what we're in it for. Growth and development. That's it.
Speaking of like what you were just saying before, boxing slapped the ego. When I'm fighting him and he knows how to fight in that, it slaps the ego out of me. I'm like, oh. I was tight in the living room, like, nah, I got a black eye now. I'm tight, I'm going to the gym. I'm not playing no more. I'm not doing this and not having this no more.
Like, bro.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Yeah.
We need some sleep.
I was so tight.
It was tight out. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had a boxing match, a boxing event.
Yeah.
The next day, I'm like, bro, we need some rest.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
He's trying to get his get back.
I need to watch some videos. Fuck that. I'm like, bro, trust me, we're good. We know what. And the next day, he did good.
Yeah.
Literally, he did good.
Yeah. It teaches us so many lessons. So many lessons.
I would love to do that alternative boxing or get something in there. I would definitely love to do something for that school.
Yeah.
That school's done a lot for me.
Well, honestly, I think much more will come out of the YMCA program. Man,
I can't wait for that.
I'm really trying to invest as much time. Like, we're getting it popping. It's going in the right direction. But once that gets started, and with the support of the town for the boxing gym, I think other things are gonna sprout up out of that, like what we're talking about here. I say it all the time. I said it at the city council meeting. The pipeline's already built. We just gotta tap into it. We got people here, bro. We got fighters here who have been through all kinds of shit, bro. Not even in combat sports, but in life, and that translates. I'm an example of that. Like, I never thought. Still to this day, I don't consider myself really a boxer or anything. I know how to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, bro. Like,
isn't that a boxing mentality?
It is, you know? It is. But, hey.
He's being too humble right now. He knows
I don't know sometimes whether I'm being too humble or I'm like, sometimes I fly off the handle and my ego does, take hold, and I'm like, oh, you all see me in there, like, especially you. I know you're fairly new to the YMCA, but like, sometimes I'll get my headphones on and I'm a wrecking ball. Like, I'm going in there to fuck shit up, bro. But that's not the best approach, and I know that. But sometimes you do have to get that out. Getting that out is part of understanding that it's not a great method to be getting in the ring like that either. You got to be calm. Like, I mean, you guys, I watch you guys sparring and stuff. Like, you guys are so calm in there and stuff. Like, it teaches me a lot to see you guys do it like that and just have fun with it. Cause bro, when I'm in there, I'm trying to hurt something, bro. Like, I'm not even like, it's this thing inside of me, bro. I don't know if it's fear, probably. It's just one of these things. If I don't get him, he's gonna get me. And I have a tough time having fun with boxing, but interacting with you guys and just understanding myself a little bit better, it's coming to the point where Teddy Atlas likes to say you don't play boxing, but I think to a degree you have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be like David Goggins and you're gonna be all wound up. You're gonna be all like, like you're not thinking. You're not really learning if you're all wound up and crazy, bro. You're not learning shit. You're getting it out. You're getting exercise, but you're not really learning. So that's a big thing that I'm learning for myself.
When you say like you have this thing where it's like, if he doesn't get me, I gotta get him. I feel that, but then I don't know. I think it's because I know he's not, like, when I'm fighting him, he's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna hit me. But then when I was going to, like, fight in the backyard in the tent fight, I was like, alright. I gotta be careful. Like, if he gets me now, I'm gonna have to get him. If I get him, I know he's coming after me. You feel me? So
yeah, but
scary
still, I don't know how you guys do it, because I watched the tent fight one, and your fight. Man, you guys were, that was a fight, but I love how you guys shook hands, you hugged, like, there was no malice behind that.
Yeah.
I don't have that, bro. If someone hits me like that, bro, it's coming out. That's why I don't think I can do that with you guys like that. It's like, bro, like, I just feel, I don't know, I don't think I'm getting I'm not used to getting hit like that still. You know what I mean? Well, not still. I've only done it a few times. So like, I'm at the point where, bro, you hit me, then something might go off. Like that thing. I have a switch.
Yeah.
We all have a switch. You know, but I love how composed you guys are and everything. And you just having fun and everything. But yeah, that one fight in particular, that 10 fight, man, you guys were going at it, bro.
Mind you,
That was a good fight. That was like a good fight.
they put me in a tent with a registered boxer.
Yeah,
His
man.
hands was registered.
Yeah,
They
man.
put me in that bitch with laughing. You got this, Jay. Knowing I'm getting pieced up. This is.
I'm gonna correct the record. You don't have to register your hands as a boxer.
Oh, you don't.
No, you don't. I thought so too, because I looked it up when I became one.
Is this conspiracy? What?
I don't know. It's just it's something. Maybe it comes from ego, right? Like one person said one day, "Oh yeah, I have to register my hands." No, the fuck you don't, bro. But no, that was a great fight though, and again, it wasn't it was the fight, but it was more so how you guys treated each other afterwards and everything. You had respect. I think you just had to like fix your shoe or something, and dude stopped. There was no like.
Keep going, nah.
Yeah, bro, and that's a beautiful thing about the sport. And thank you guys for putting it out there like that. I don't really have that. I don't have that. I got the switch. Like someone hits me, like, all right, bro. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm working on it though.
You're gonna feed him an uppercut. He's
Damn,
gonna
man.
cut like that.
I don't know how all right, let me ask you. Like, how do you remain composed like that? Is it just knowing that, okay, this person there's no malice there? Or like, in that fight in particular, like, were there a couple times where you're like, damn, bro? Like, how did you...
So, what's his name? Damien.
Mm-hmm.
I never met Damien. It was one of my boys' brothers.
Okay.
So, out of nowhere, he said, alright, I want to box him. They came to me, alright, I want to box him. I seen him pull up the shoes out of his bag. I was like, he's a boxer. Let's do it. I seen the first couple hits, he was swinging. So I knew, you feel me? But I knew it's for a video. I'm going to be cool after. I shouldn't have to get mad. I'm just keeping my composure because we're all boxing. We're having fun. It's for a video. And me and Jay's the one who hosted it, so I can't get mad at something I wanted to do and put myself out there for it. You feel me? So I boxed him, got pieced up a little. Right, yo, he was hooking me. Crazy. But when he was hitting me, it wasn't like, yo, this nigga just hit me.
Yeah.
Let me take his head off. It was just like, he hit me. Let me figure out how not to get hit again.
Yeah.
What to do.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I can't get hit.
Solutions.
Exactly.
Did you really think you were going to keep your leopard print cap on the whole fight? Did you really think that was like, I seen you fix it. I'm like, bro, just take it off.
Yeah, I was like, just take this off. My little bonnet. Yo, my bonnet.
Where is it?
Exactly.
It's probably upstairs.
Alright.
Yo, we're about to make a thing now. We know we're gonna do some funny shit so you can cap on our car. Watch the next video. You're gonna see. We're gonna be a shout out Ozzo. This is for you.
The name, video title, Ozzo, literally.
The ozone.
The
I call it the ozone layer.
The ozone.
Not layer, but layer, like L-A-I-R. The ozone layer. When we sell out the Songus Arena, when I fight the CO, we're gonna sell out the Songus Arena, and we're gonna have the ozone layer all around. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. I don't know. I think that's what's gonna happen. If they have the balls to release the tape and show what actually happened. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I can already imagine it. Ozone around the. I'm like manifesting this shit, seeing it. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have a tough time with that one because there is personal malice. It's not just I'm sporting. No. Like I'm trying to get my get back. Like so I'm gonna have to really. I don't know. I'm gonna have to meditate consistently. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm in a calm state of mind. But when that night comes, or whatever that, if or when it comes, if they have the balls to release the tape, because that has to happen in order for that to happen.
Truth will come to light.
Huh?
Truth will come to light.
Hopefully. I'm holding out hope. But hey, it's gonna be tough for me to do that thing that you're explaining. Okay, solutions based. But this conversation right here is part of that happening. So, because that's the best way for me to approach it. That's the best way for me to win, is to have that calm state of mind and then explode. Like, not like my last match where I just flew off the handle. And that's what happened. It was no boxing. That was just straight up throwing blows. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time, though. So
That was
I got
at the West End?
No, that was at that little auditorium, the Golden Gloves. So yeah. I got beat, second round knockout. His name is Sway Perez from Broadway Boxing in Everett. That's my hometown. Man, this kid's a great fighter. It was my first time, but I can attribute what happened to me flying off the handle. Number one is he's a great fighter. But number two, I flew off the handle and I gassed myself out quick because I was all like, how dare you, hit the king? How dare you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, whoa, like, I don't know. It was like fight or flight though. So I didn't know how to approach that situation. But thank you for offering your perspective, because you're teaching an old head right now. I'm 40, bro. You're teaching me, okay, solutions based. All right, how can we? You know what I mean? All right, yeah, he got me, but how do I maybe next time, So that goes a long way, believe me. And we're going to get it in, too.
I respect, too, that you're so honest about, like, just who you are. I respect it so much, like, because everyone can relate to that. Like, how dare you hit the king? Like, I feel that sometimes, too. I'm like, how the fuck you say this to me? Like, and I feel like more people need to let that side out of them. Like, show that, because you have it, I have it, everybody has it.
Yeah.
I like that. I respect that a lot.
You got to feel like the king, though, sometimes, too. Shoot, you got to. I don't know if you can call it ego or whatever.
You don't give a fuck about the ego. Fuck the ego.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. But honestly, it's one of these things, you got to have confidence in yourself. But if you have irrational confidence, actually, you know what? It's funny because irrational confidence or irrational confidence can sometimes propel you to be great, because you're thinking in terms of nothing can stop me. Well, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're gonna stop me from doing this goal? No, you're not.
Right.
When it doesn't appear as though it's even a possibility, like that thing has to be there in order to do great things. But you have to temper it too. You have to take the steps to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be like this leap and you left a bunch of things all not filled in properly. But I mean, thank you guys. I mean, shoot, teaching me a lot about myself. I have to rewatch this one.
You're teaching us too. We're just learning. Yeah, we gotta go to Hampton, so it was good talking.
All right,
I love this. We're definitely gonna get a part 2.
We need to get 2 more Jadens in here.
Yo, if we can do that, he's gonna go crazy.
We know a lot more, so we know a whole bunch of
We can get 2 more Jadens in here for sure. Alright, that was good, y'all. This is the first podcast. Shout out him. Shout out Ozzo. Is that anywhere they can find you at?
Nah. I stay off social media, but we'll fix that. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that in the next coming times. But thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, audience.